It is a beautiful day. Up in the 50s. Perfect day to harvest some worm castings. Let's get into it. Okay. We are up here in the worm farm and we are going to gather up some castings. If you have seen my previous videos or my live feed, you'll know that I have been counting up worms and gathering up castings. And right here they are. This is all African nightcrawler castings. And I'm going to gather these up into 5-gallon buckets and bring them outside and use the sifter outside, which has a 3/32 inch screen. And over here I have red wiggler castings. I'm going to do these first and then do the African nightcrawlers. You can see where some of the castings have dried up on top, and that's okay. I mean, I don't want all my castings to dry up like that, but I do want them to dry out a little bit before I put it through the 3/32 inch sifter, because if not, it will just clog up the sifter and it'll take a long time to sift them. But with them sitting in this big tote like this, these castings have been in here since the start of the week. Some maybe it's only been 2 days, but they have dried out a little bit, which is nice. And once you get to the bottom of this tote, it'll probably be, there'll probably be a little bit more moist down there. But the top layer here should sift really, really quickly. And that's why I really like this process of how I'm doing it. Of just, counting the worms up inside here, having the castings sit inside this big tote, and then take them out at the end of the week or on the weekend. That way it gives it some time to dry out a little bit. Now, in the summertime, I can bring the bucket with the worms in it, and I can sift it all outside because the temperature is, up in the 60s, 70s, or 80s, which is perfect for the worms. But whenever we're in the wintertime and it's really cold outside, I don't want to bring the worms out there. So that's why I count the worms inside, and then I gather up all the castings from the inside here through the 1/4 inch cloth, and then whatever is inside the big blue tote here, I'll bring outside, and I just put them into the buckets, fill the bucket up, and take it out there because I have the spiral stair set here, and it's just easier to move a bucket than to move a big tote down that thing. Then I will pile them up here in the hallway before I take them out, and then whenever I need them, I can come in, take one bucket at a time so it's not sitting out there in the cold weather, sift it, and then bring in the fresh castings so they're only outside for hopefully no more than like 30 minutes, but maybe 15 minutes if the process goes really quick. And I will do that until I have everything harvested, everything sifted, and I'll bring it all inside and bring it back up to the loft and let it sit. And whenever the customer needs it or whenever I need it, it's ready to go. All right. If you haven't seen my sifter yet, just give you a quick rundown of what it looks like. We have the 1/4 inch cloth right here. We have the 1/8 inch hardware cloth right here. And then I got this 3/32 inch screen, which it did cost me about $100 on Amazon. And then below it, we have a big tote here. And we got an 18-gallon tote right here. And then we have a tote at the very end here for the 1/4 inch. Then anything that is just any big chunks, will all fall down here. And then that will go back into the compost pile. And if you look up here, you'll see I have this vibration motor. They use it for concrete, and then I use it for my sifter, and I can turn it on. And it shakes the whole sifter here. Vibrates it, and it just helps out a lot by getting those castings to fall down into the bin that they need to fall down into. And then also at the very bottom, I have weed barrier cloth. And I put a little hole in the center, that way I can aim it right into the tote. And that's my system. And I have a video on how I built this. You can check that out. Subscribe to my channel. I'll appreciate that. And follow along for more videos. I do a lot of live videos. Me sifting worms and counting them up. And you can be there for whenever that happens if you're subscribed. It should pop up in your notifications. let's go ahead and sift this first bucket of castings. I did put in some earplugs because this thing's pretty loud. So here are the final results. This is what 3/32 screen has given me. We have this super fine castings here. This stuff is just unbelievable. This will make any plant happy. The best organic fertilizer you can get on this planet. And if you look closely, you can see a lot of bugs moving around. Most of these are the soil mites. The little white mite there running around. But the soil mites will help out with your roots. They will also keep bugs you don't want around. They will get rid of them, eliminate them. There's a lot that goes into this living soil. I don't really know all the fine details just yet. I'm learning more as I go along. But it's very fascinating. But I think I got this worm casting thing down. And this stuff just looks amazing. If you are intrigued by this, please follow along, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.